Greetings, night riders, shadow seekers, and all the curious souls who aren't afraid to stare into the unknown. Welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome to Creepus. Today we're launching something special, a series that blends the thrill of adventure with the cold grip of fear. Over the next 10 videos, we're embarking on a cross-country horror road trip across the United States. One story, one state, every episode. America likes to call itself the land of the free, but freedom has dark corners, places no map highlights, roads no one warns you about. Legends locals whisper, but never fully explain. So the real question isn't where we're going, it's what's already waiting there. Some stories hide in the mountains, others sleep in the desert, some drift through ocean fog, others lurk in frozen forests. But all of them share one thing. They began with someone who was just curious enough to look a little closer. And tonight we start that journey on a road paved in superstition and dread. A road many claim shouldn't even exist. A road we'll call Route 666. No, you won't find it on GPS. Not officially. But some say, if you drive long enough without a destination, without a plan, without turning back, the road eventually finds you. Wisconsin, the house that wasn't empty. Just outside Madison, Wisconsin, there used to be an aging house, abandoned and collapsing, a structure frozen in time, slowly surrendering to nature. 2 stories tall, cracked windows, sagging roof, paint peeling like dried scars. My friend Sam and I grew up chasing places like this, forgotten basements, sealed-off attics, barns eaten by vines. If something was rumored to be empty or cursed, we treated it like an invitation. We walked past that house countless times, building theories out of boredom and excitement. We imagined hidden objects, old tapes, maybe something valuable, maybe something disturbing. After months of curiosity, one Saturday, we finally acted. Early afternoon, around 1 p.m., sun still high, the world felt normal, safe, ordinary. We checked the windows first, nothing but dust and darkness. Then I tried the door. Unlocked. The door exhaled open like it recognized us. The smell hit first. Damp wood, rust, old mold, metallic rot. The scent of places that should stay sealed. Sam called into the hallway, voice echoing thin and uncertain. "Anyone here?" Silence answered. No electricity, no lights. The hallway swallowed sound. The windows filtered almost no daylight through the grime, making the air feel thicker, darker, staged. Then we saw it, a modern video camera mounted on a tripod, gleaming like a foreign object dropped into the wrong timeline. The living room looked like a film set prepared for something sinister. Floors blanketed in white sheets, furniture wrapped in plastic like evidence waiting to be wiped, lens facing a bare wall. It felt wrong, planned, expectant. Then came a sound we weren't meant to hear. A lock clicking behind us. The house was no longer pretending. Footsteps erupted upstairs. Whispers. Multiple. Overlapping. Descending quickly. 4, maybe 5 people, moving with purpose, toward us. We ran. Bursting out the front door into daylight felt like being pulled back into the world. But as we sprinted away, I saw him, a man near the porch, still, calm, watching like a shepherd observing sheep who just outran the jaws, meant to close around them. Had that lock sealed seconds sooner, we'd have been swallowed into whatever scene that camera was meant to capture. We told our parents. They called the police. The cops arrived too late. The camera, the people, the plan, all gone. The house has since been demolished, but the memory of that moment still breathes like a warning. Because some places don't haunt you with ghosts. Some haunt you with almosts. Alaska, the one who listened to doubt. Let's rewind to Anchorage, Alaska, late 70s, early 80s, long before podcasts and documentaries made missing people a genre. My aunt worked behind the bar of a local club. Loud music, late shifts, generous tippers. One regular stood out, quiet, polite, shy, glasses, acne scars, awkward posture, the kind of person you label harmless without thinking twice. He tipped too well, So she talked to him. Small conversations turned longer. Weeks turned into familiarity. Then came the invitation. A birthday party. His home. Lots of guests. A ride included. She declined. Not because he looked terrifying, but because his story didn't match his life, and because women in Anchorage had been vanishing like snow-covered footprints. Years later, she saw his face on the news again. Not shy, not awkward, but unmasked. A man who abducted women, released them into the Alaskan wilderness, and hunted them like prey, collecting jewelry like trophies. She realized then she hadn't been invited to a party. She had been invited to a starting line. Some instincts don't save you from embarrassment. Some save you from becoming a headline. Idaho, the lake that asked a question. A lakeside cabin near McCall, Idaho. A weekend escape for me and my friends John and Tom. Beers, card games, laughter, and the illusion that nature is peaceful when you treat it casually. At 11 p.m., the forest went silent. Not calm silent, not sleepy silent. Predator silent. Then came a splash loud enough to split the air. A body floated face down in the lake, bloated, still. Arms stretched like a scarecrow mimicking flight. John tried to pull it out. He screamed and stumbled back, pale as winter moonlight. He said there was nothing to do, nothing to save, nothing to help. Later, privately, he admitted the truth. It turned its head, grabbed me, looked right at me, and asked, "Why you, not Tom?" No tracks, no evidence, no body found. Divers found nothing. The lake was empty again, like it reset itself. Some places don't lure you inside. They lure you back out, changed. Northern California, the wrong road up. Somewhere in Northern California, roads twist like tangled nerves. My boyfriend and I were parked, lost, debating directions when a rust-colored pickup crawled up behind us. A tall man, smelling of whiskey and intentions we never got to decode. He offered directions upward into hills that led away from help, away from witnesses, away from sense. My boyfriend almost stepped out. I locked the doors. We sped away. Behind us, the man laughed and called out, "Smart move!" Convenience is often shaped like a trap. East Tennessee, the legend that still walks. In the back roads of East Tennessee, there's a place teens call Lover's Lane. Every town has one. A road where curiosity, poor choices, and late-night bravery collide. Tom was skinned alive in those woods by a vengeful husband decades ago. Police found a tree decorated with human skin like macabre holiday garland. But no body, no knife, no ending. And that's how legend was born. They say he still walks. A skeletal silhouette dressed in 1920s clothes, blade in hand, searching for the story that never finished. The thread that connects them all. But before we end tonight's first stop on Route 666, let's talk about what connects all these stories. Most think horror is born from the extraordinary and ghosts, demons, cryptids. But the scariest stories? They come from the ordinary. A door left unlocked. A quiet face. A silent lake. A stranger offering help. Horror doesn't need claws. It just needs opportunity. When Sam and I ran from that house in Wisconsin, what haunted me wasn't the men we heard. It was the timing, the coincidence, the near miss, the invisible outcome waiting seconds behind reality. In Alaska, my aunt survived not because she was prepared, but because she listened to doubt, an emotion most treat like inconvenience instead of intuition. And Idaho? That one stays with me, because the silence itself felt like a character, like nature paused before a line it shouldn't have read out loud. Sometimes fear doesn't chase you. Pause 2 seconds. Sometimes it studies you. So as we continue this journey, remember this. Not all nightmares roar. Some tap your shoulder and speak your name. That's it for tonight's first stretch of Road Legion. Next time, we head deeper. Another state, another shadow, another story that might already know you. Subscribe, stay alert, and don't wander too far from the light. Unless you want the dark to recognize you first. Because this road trip, it's far from over. Stay curious, stay daring, stay haunted, And remember, the best stories don't end in the dark. Sometimes they begin there. Signing off for now. Until next time, stay eerie and enjoy the ride.